guys, welcome to Random Fill Friday. We're now in the month of April, so our fills are going to be back in 4, which is a lot more comfortable than the 3/4 fills that we were doing in March. So anyways, if you haven't seen these videos before, both of these drums are filled with little notes, and what I'm going to do is shake them up, pick a note out, and write that note on this piece of paper. Once we have a complete rhythm, I'm going to throw it on the drum set and see what kind of fill we can get out of it. So let's get started, shall we? For this week's rhythm, I have a lot of notes that don't really fit in the meter. For example, I have a quarter note on the of 1 and an eighth note on the of 4. So I'm going to go ahead and simplify the rhythm, that way we actually have a fill that works in 4/4. For beat 1, we have 4 16th notes. On beat 2, we have a dotted eighth note followed by a 16th note. Now the dotted eighth note really is just telling you that you hold 3 16th notes worth of duration. So that means that 16th note that follows the dotted eighth note is going to be on the of 2. So far, this is what beat 1 and 2 will sound like. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 1E and a 2E and a. Beat 3 is an eighth note followed by 2 16th notes. Beat 4 is the same rhythm except reversed. So we have 2 16th notes followed by 1 eighth note. Here's what both beats sound like together. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a. So let's go ahead and hear all 4 beats together. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. So let's go ahead and throw this bad boy on the kit and see what we get. Now if we look at beat 1, we have 4 16th notes. The first 16th note on the downbeat of 1 is going to go on the ride cymbal. The second 16th note on the snare, the third on the floor tom, and the fourth one on the hi-hat. So I'm going to play beat 1 for you. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Beat 2 just has 1 16th note on the of 2, so we're going to throw that on the bass drum. So here's 1 and 2 together. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. We're going to put the eighth note on the downbeat of 3 on the bass drum. Now the 2 16th notes that follow are going to go on the ride cymbal and then the snare. So let's hear what beat 3 sounds like. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Finally, the first 16th note of beat 4 is going to go on the floor tom, the second 16th note is going to go on the hi-hat, and the last eighth note on the and of 4 is going to go on the bass drum. So I'm going to play beat 3 and 4 all together. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. The first 4 16th notes of beat 1 were ride cymbal, snare, floor tom, and then hi-hat. Now we use that pattern again except displaced by an eighth note. So we put that on the and of 3, but we use the same arrangement. So let's hear how the entire fill sounds together. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. Alright, now let's put it to a groove. 1E and a 2E and a 3 and a 4. I hope you guys enjoyed the fill. If you like this RFF video or any of the past ones, record yourself playing it and send it to any of my social media accounts. I'd love to hear how you guys are treating these fills. Alright guys, stay inspired and I'll see you next week.